And a different answer to you gave the other night though, how now that you've had time to sort of reflect a wee bit on the celebrations, on the night, on the performance, does it just make that a bit more sweeter? Do you look back and just soak it in a bit more?
Yeah, and I think actual win that away from home, I think it made the night. I think it started off with the performance was really good. Then after the game, the fans were bouncing, and then obviously going back to the stadium as well. It was the atmosphere was incredible there. And, no, I think it was a great night all round.
Looking at the season as a whole, and you know what you've had to come up against this season as a squad, as a team, and you're 23 honours, whatever you've got. Does this one feel like one of the hardest to have earned?
Yeah, it does. I think a lot of boys and staff said it's been a long season. I think there's been loads of different like events and loads of different things that have happened throughout the season. But I think that shows as a club, as a group, like players, staff, like we are together, and obviously the fans as well. And we've managed to come through like the hard times. And I think you're right. I think it does make it more sweeter. We
touched on it the other night a lot of looking back. I just want to maybe look forward for a wee question or two, just in terms of what you've got to look forward to with a Champions League revamp of 8 matches against the very best, and a real sort of impetus to continue and work hard and step forward. Is that the sort of message from you guys, that this is just, I know everybody talks about Neil Lennon saying it before, but this is just the beginning of what this squad could achieve with the right sort of investment stuff?
Aye, definitely. I think it's like obviously the manager was here before, but all the kind of stuff at the start of the season, I think that's maybe the last few months it's just kind of been forgotten about now, and we've won the league, and I think it's exciting that, as you said, it's in like the Champions League is going to be different, and I think it's exciting for everyone, and obviously we go straight into that as well, so that's a massive bonus and something to look forward to.
The manager mentioned that there was maybe a wee bit of awkwardness at the beginning when he did come back, and there was a wee bit of an edge to it with the supporters. Did you feel that as players, that, you know, it wasn't obviously accepted and adored as the way he was the first time round, just in that initial stage?
No, I think like maybe he felt that, and that's maybe how the fans felt. But I think not all the players, especially. I think there's only a few of us that knew him from before, and then maybe all the other players that he signed and players that he hadn't worked with before. I think it's a new manager. I think they don't you don't look to that kind of the outside stuff. I think you just like every day you're working with the manager and where he's been and what he's won before, and I think all the boys were really excited to work with him.
You could tell on the pitch at Rugby Park that connection was back in full force when they were singing his name, and he sort of was loving it as well. He was a bit emotional after the game as well, because you could tell that how much it means to him, couldn't you?
No, I think it's amazing to see. I think he's obviously like it must have got to him at the start, but then you can see like the fans, you deliver a trophy and the fans are singing his name, and no, I think he deserves that for bringing the club through like a kind of sticky spell at the start, and obviously getting over the line and managing to get the league back.
In terms of going forward, James, obviously the club have won 12 of the last 13 league titles, but do you feel that the manager can be here for the long run, here with a younger squad, build something, you know, a proper period of dominance again in all the trophies and then in Europe as well?
Yeah, I think that's what he'll be looking to do. I think everyone knows how successful he was here before, but it is a new batch of players. It's a few years down the line, and I'm sure he'll want to like maybe add to more trophies and add to more stuff that like he maybe didn't do, like maybe like runs in Europe and that as well. So no, I think he's obviously like hungry for trophies and winning things, and he'll want to keep doing that.
In terms of the performance on Wednesday night, it's probably one of the best of the season, played some really good stuff. Obviously you've peaked at the right time at the end of the season, won so many games, but do you feel that this momentum now you can carry it into that big Scottish Cup final, which is obviously the season finale?
Yeah, I think the last couple of months, I think it's been really good, and especially the last few weeks, I think we have been playing really well, and you can see the confidence throughout the team. So I think we've got an exciting day tomorrow. I think everyone will enjoy it, and then it's hard work for a week before the cup final.
Was it all the sweeter when you've 23 trophies, but you won't remember how you felt after every one of them? But did it feel particularly sweet because maybe January, February you hadn't been getting a sniff?
No, definitely. I think it's been a massive turnaround. It's probably like one of the biggest I've had in my career. But I think no, as you said, like I was involved right up until December, and then kind of January, February it was like I wasn't involved. So I think it does make the last few months like back in playing, contributing, and obviously helping the team win another league it's unbelievable, like personally and collectively as well.
Did you start to think at that time that might be it? That might be the last of your kind of involvements and kind of nights like that as well here?
I think I've had so many highs over the years, and you miss that buzz when you're not in a match day squad. Like when you're training, obviously at Lennoxtown when the boys are playing a game, it's not the same, and you always feel as though as I said, like you want that buzz, and I did feel as though because we did have a lot of wingers, like it was going to take like what it did take, like a suspension, a couple of injuries to get back in. But I think sometimes that happens in football. Like you need a bit of luck, and you need to take your chance when you get it. And as I said, it's been really good few months.
What was your thoughts back in January when you see Telio, Palmer, Gang all coming in? Is that a different experience for you because you're seeing so many recruitments in the one area? Did you feel like you had a fight in your hands at that point?
No, I think throughout my full Celtic career, I think obviously like playing out wide, like as an attacking player for Celtic, it's a position where you always have loads of players and numbers there. But it's the first time that I've like been left out squads when I've been fit. So no, it was difficult to take, but you just, I think every player, you just keep working hard, and sometimes you need a wee break to get a chance, and it came around, so it's been good. I
know you said that you maybe when your career is finished, you'll look back in these honours, you won't maybe take it in what it's like with like Billy McNeil and all that and all those names. I just wonder, where are all your medals? What do you do with them all? Are they in like a big fancy presentation? They're not just kept in a drawer or something, are they?
No, they were at the start, but then I think a couple of years ago, like I've got like a wee room with all the trophies and like tops and stuff like that in it. So it's really good. And then obviously I can add another one to it.
Have that thing to look back. I mean, that must be, even now, like you've been here for so long, to have that sort of memento to look at all the time. Does that take you back? Does that sort of fill you with a bit of emotion?
I know it does. I think it's definitely when you're a bit older, you get more emotional about it, and it's obviously because you know a few years time, like whenever like you retire, like that's it done. But you have done that. You have experienced a lot with Celtic, and there's been so many highs, and obviously like we had our awards night last week, and you see the ex-players coming back and still talking about the club, and I feel as though you're always going to have their memories, and that's unbelievable.
You talk about that room, James, with all your trophies, all your medals. Would something you'd like to add to it be Scotland shirt that you've worn at European Championships?
Obviously I was at the last Euros with Scotland, and that was a great experience. It was good because obviously I haven't been there for so long, but I'll just concentrate the next two games here, and then we'll see what happens.
Squad's obviously getting announced on Wednesday morning, mid-morning, I think. Are there any plans with yourselves, Callum, Greg, Tony, to watch it? How does a player hear? Do you hear from Steve Clarke? Do you just sit and watch Sky Sports News? What happens?
Well, obviously I've not been in Scotland squad for a couple of years now, but I think before you maybe find out like maybe an hour before it's released. But no, I've not heard anything up to now. But I'm fine with that. I think I'm just happy, like enjoying playing here, and we'll see what happens on Wednesday.
What would it mean to you if you were to get that call up on Wednesday?
No, I think every time that I've played for Scotland, I've always loved going away. I've been away for like under 19 Scotland, 21s. I've played a few times for the first team as well, and I think every Scottish player wants to be in the Scotland squad. I don't think there's any hiding that.